I watched Wonder Egg Priority a month or so ago and enjoyed it. It left me feeling something. I really don't watch a whole lot of modern anime, to be honest, but the colorful imagery and the odd title is what got me initially interested. I didn't read any online opinions about this anime before I decided to watch it. And once I finished it, I wondered what the rest of the internet thought about the show, and if it was as enjoyable to them as it was for me. Big mistake. It's short, like 13 episodes, so that's perfect for me, and I have never seen such a beautifully animated anime. So many of them today are just really ugly and very lazy looking. There wasn't a single moment during any episode where it felt lazy in design, colors, movement. Everything just flows so beautifully. And a lot of the themes sort of caught me by surprise. I'm used to a lot of 80s and 90s filth and trash, but the messages in this show are a lot more personal, a lot more relatable, but sometimes kind of dark. In some ways, it reminded me a lot of Paranoia Agent, not only in theme, but feel too. Like, it's weird, but brilliant at the same time. I think that's where most people would say that this is where the show excels, exploring the lesser seen topics in televised anime like depression and suicide, cutting, gay relationships, and so on. And yes, these characters are mainly teenage girls, but the themes are so universal that anyone of any gender or age could relate to something here. It's about taking a look at your issues from an outside view, working towards confronting yourself. Though it does feel a bit rushed, maybe that's what people didn't enjoy about the show. We establish a good cast of characters at the start, all with their reasons to continue fighting, personal connections to those that have taken their own lives, and, they fight to bring them back. But along the way, it does get a little convoluted, perhaps. We have Ai, a shy girl, self-conscious about her different colored eyes, getting a bit of Coraline vibes from her. I think she's the most likable, in my opinion. Perhaps the most relatable, I guess. Rika, a once pop idol, she seems to be a total jerk, but that's kind of the point, because, well, she has her own personal problems and sort of creates a persona to deal with them. Nehru, the most stoic of the characters. She means well, though doesn't seem to show it often. She's a rich girl, but she has plenty of her own issues, of course. Momoe, a girl who gets mistaken for a boy, but doesn't present herself as a boy. She isn't a trans character, as there is one side character that is, and the way the two interact, it's obvious Momoe identifies as female. Then there's the whole Frill, Aka, and Ura-Aka trio. Looking online, this seems to be the most hated aspect of the show. You see, the show always gave off some sort of odd sci-fi Philip K. Dick vibe from the start, but it really leans on that bizarre sci-fi experimentation midway through. Like, the dynamic between these two seems pretty well intended at first, but I just feel as though it falls flat, especially with Frill. Rather than focusing on these girls dealing with all these issues, which is the most interesting aspect of the show, of course, the main reason for their fighting is because of this character. I don't know. I have to believe that the pandemic changed plans for this anime. This is an example of, say, Naruto, where the creators just made shit up along the way. It is evidently rushed, and it's made more evident by the fact that there are 2 recap episodes in a 13-episode series. Production definitely took a hit. But I just can't get over how beautifully the show is animated. And, well, it does get pretty dark, and I do mean outside the themes of suicide. For those that have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Watching this scene in particular, it's like, okay, I get them away now, please. They are cute, it kind of like Pokemon, I guess, although I'm not entirely sure of their purpose, I guess, to act as protectors for these girls. But to go as far as to say that this show is awful, I mean, but as perhaps disappointing as Wonder Egg Priority was to some, honestly, I did think the ending was great. At some point during the 13 episodes, it does get a little lost, but the way the show concludes is perfect. I'm not sure what people were expecting. But I just wanted to say that I enjoyed the Wonder Egg Priority. I went into it not knowing anything about it, not knowing the general opinion about it. I just thought it looked beautiful and wanted to watch it. So for those of you who want something a bit different and maybe you don't know today's anime world, it's a good start. And for those of you who enjoyed it, tell me why you did. And for those that hated it, well, tell me why you hated it. Thanks for watching.